Pornography is bad for one simple reason, and that is that you are getting false dopamine hits from doing something that makes you feel guilty and gives you shame.
Porn isolates people, makes them lonely, emotionally and spiritually desolate and desperate.
You need to stop watching porn. Porn literally fries your brain and robs you of focus. Porn has been linked to issues like decreased focus and increased anxiety and depression. Porn has also been linked to trouble in long-term relationships and, of course, impotency.
When a person is addicted to porn, they are exactly where our culture wants them to be and how it wants them to be. So as already established, porn tends to erode your critical thinking skills, your powers of discernment and self-control. That is all advantageous to the left.
And you do not have to be a doctor to conclude that this can contribute to several other problems. Social isolation, decreased productivity, career loss, financial consequences, and it may even increase your risk for several mental disorders, like depression.
Stop watching porn. E. Michael Jones states that when the Israelis wanted to take over Palestine, one of the very first things that they did when they came in was they littered the entire cities with pornographic material. The reason why? Because you make the men very weak, you make them very passive, you corrupt the women, you destroy the culture. They don't need to use bombs and bullets. They use sexual license and pornography in order to enslave us.
Real benefits of NoFap. Number one, and most importantly, it makes you feel like less of a loser. 2, you save a solid few hours a week that you can now put into productive habits like sleeping more or reading. 3, you feel like you have more sexual energy that you can now use as motivation for your self-improvement goals.
First tip, get rid of all of your porn. Clear your computer, your hard drives, and throw away any physical forms of pornography like magazines or DVDs. Next up, it's important you break the cycle, break the loop. Every time you feel the urge to watch porn, do something else that excites you and makes you happy. For example, call a friend, do some exercising, or even play a game.
What advice would you give to someone looking to quit porn? And I would say, it isn't that you're trying to quit porn. It's not the right way to think about it. The right way to think about it is that you're trying to figure out how to have a better life. I would say do the future authoring program and keep your porn addiction in mind and think, so in the first part of the future authoring program, what your life could be like in 3 to 5 years if you took care of yourself like you were someone that you cared for. And then it asks you questions about your friends and your family and your career and your time outside of work and your health and, you know, the important dimensions of life. And then it asks you to write about the hell you could be in if you didn't. And so I would say you really need to do that because porn isn't the issue. The issue is that you're not living your life the way you want to. And so you need a vision of life that's more compelling than the porn, and you need a counter vision too that frightens you.
5 times a day on the internet with the content that you're consuming, let me tell you something. They say, oh, it's normal, it's healthy. No. Anything that lowers your testosterone level is not healthy.
I don't ever want anything to enslave my mind and heart that way. Not pornography, not nicotine, not alcohol, not food, not television. Not any addiction out there, not gambling. Gambling will create such an addictive component to it. None of it. Those companies that produce porn have designed it to take you down the rabbit hole and hold you there for as long as they could.
So many people, guys, want to know the secret to stop relapsing on NoFap. Now, I tell myself that to achieve all of my goals, to get everything that I want out of this life, so my goals, having a family, all these things, the key is actually going to be to do NoFap. So you cancel out PMO, you don't watch the videos, you don't do anything like this, and you just focus on your grind. So I pretty much tell myself, if I do this thing, then I'm going to lose all of these things. It's life or death. If you fail, then you will fail life. This is how it has to be. You have to be very extreme, very intense if you never want to fail NoFap.